What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday. It's your girl, Kelly Charles Collins. I know I haven't been live in a long time, but I'm live this morning because I want to talk about the art of strategic resistance. Some of you know that I wrote that book earlier, late last year, and talked about it a lot, and then kind of didn't. But everything is happening. There's so much stuff happening. There is so much stuff happening in the world, and it's kind of crazy. And sometimes we feel that there's so much happening that there's nothing that we can do. Like, what do we do? Every day, another shoe drops. Every day, another crazier thing happens. Every day, you just keep shaking your head. Every day, you're just like, really? So I have been toying with the idea of reading my book out loud because people keep saying to me to do an audiobook. I'll get to that. But I've been toying with the idea of reading my book out loud. And so I decided that I would do that today. I would do part of it today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live on, I'm going to try to do it every day for about 15 minutes. And I'm going to read from the book, The Art of Strategic Resistance, because I know that there's so many people out here who want to do something, who want to create change, who want to understand how to maneuver the madness and keep their sanity at the same time. There are many of us who want to do something but are afraid because, you know, we have businesses, we have jobs. What's going to happen? Are we going to lose our clients? And honestly, I think about that too. And, I thought about that when I wrote the book, and I thought about that as I decided to come on here live today. But I also thought about that, what, 4 years ago, maybe 5 now, years ago, I did a TEDx on the bystander effect. And as I looked this morning to see how many people have watched that TEDx, over 67,000 people have watched my TEDx. And in there I talk about, not being silent, and talk about there's so much more that we can do, and there's so much room between nothing and death. And so what I mean by that is that there are things that we can do. We can do things that are big, we could do things that are small, but there's always something that we can do. And so the Art of Strategic Resistance, writing that book was one of the things that I thought that I could do. And the book is available on Amazon. If you want to get it, you can go on Amazon and get it. It's called The Art of Strategic Resistance. I don't know if this will show up the right way on camera, but that's what it is. The Art of Strategic Resistance. And so what I want to do is I am going to come on live, and I'm going to read through pieces of the book to just help. This is my way of doing my part when I talk about, in the my TEDx, when I talk about, not having to be the hero of the day, but being a hero every day and doing your part. I am going to do my part by reading through this book, and hopefully there are things that I say in this book that will help you. It is an entire tactical guide for how to resist strategically. And we often think of resistance as just something that is reactive, but resistance is also very proactive. So, what I'm going to do today is I am going to read the introduction of the book. And then in the following days, so just watch for me to come live in the following days, I am going to read the rest of the book. And I'll tell you, like, as a backstory, you'll see in here at one point when I read it, you'll know why I actually wrote this book to begin with. So I'm going to talk to you about, I'll read today the dedication, let you know what's in the table of contents, and then I will read the introduction. And some people may think this is kind of crazy. Like, why are you going to read your book? People have let people buy it. You can buy it. You can listen to it. And I will give you commentary. So when I wrote the book, I originally wrote the book. When I wrote the book, I intentionally did not include my personal commentary in the book, except for in like the introductory part. But when I talked about the different strategies, I specifically did not give my personal feelings because I wanted you to have this as your guide. And I didn't want my voice to taint or kind of persuade you or influence you in the way that you were going to leverage the strategies in your own life. And so here we go. Here we go. And if you have any questions, thanks for who's watching. Say hi. If you have any questions or any comments, let me know. Like I said, the book is available on Amazon, but let's get into it. Let's talk about the art of strategic resistance. So, the art of strategic resistance starts with to my beautiful and brilliant Black cousin, Tony, Nicole, and Chloe, to my niece, Danielle, and to every other beautiful and brilliant Black woman and girl who feels the weight of the world pressing down and wonders which way to turn. To the warriors like my niece, Danielle, who are ready to face the fight, this tactical guide is for you. May it empower you to rise, resist, and create the life, living, and legacy you desire and deserve. Hey, Noni, what's up, girl? And so this is what's in the book. So this is the table of content. So go purchase the book. If you know somebody who is struggling, who really wants to do something out here with all this madness and they don't know what to do, I'm telling you, this book, gold. I wrote it, but it's gold. Yeah. And I know it's gold. All right. So what's in the book? So there's an introduction. There's an ode to our ancestors because this book is written on the underlying premise that we are built like our ancestors. So you'll see that as a rallying cry throughout the book. There's the philosophy of strategic resistance, a tactical guide for high stakes times. There's the preface, which is a call to arms from fire to fight, the next step in strategic resistance. Then there's the foundation, be in the know. Then you get your marching orders, your tactical strategies, the ancestral legacy and forward vision, the unyielding legacy. There is a rallying cry built like my ancestors, a battle cry for the ages. There's the epilogue, the acknowledgments about me, and then there's an index. And um, when I so and again, you'll hear in different parts of the book why I wrote this book, but I thought about the book, The Art of War, and that kind of gave me the impetus for wanting to write this and write it in the way that I wanted to write it. I wanted to write this so that it was evergreen. It was a long lasting, long beyond me, a legacy piece. This book is part of my legacy. And I wanted it to be able to be used by individuals, by organizations, people who are in leadership, people who are just trying to lead themselves. And so this book is written with all of that in mind. So let's jump into the introduction. The Art of Strategic Resistance, a tactical guide for leadership, legacy, and resilience. Resistance. For many, the word carries a weight, conjuring images of defiance, opposition, or struggle. Yet resistance is much more than that. It is a profound expression of leadership, resilience, and courage. At its core, resistance is the unwavering commitment to stand firm in your values while creating opportunities for growth, progress, and transformation. Strategic resistance is the art of meeting challenges, not with impulsive reactions, but with clarity, intention, and purpose. It is rooted in knowledge, informed by insight, and fueled by adaptability. It involves the deliberate choice of when, where, how, and why to take action, whether to advance or defend as circumstances demand. This tactical guide serves as your blueprint for navigating the complexities of high stakes moments. It is a resource for those ready to lead with courage, act with conviction, and build a legacy of lasting impact. Whether you are a professional seeking to influence decisions, a leader advocating for your team, or an individual striving for personal growth, the strategies within these pages will equip you to move forward with strength and purpose. More than a tactical guide, it is a universal tool. While this tactical guide was born from my deep desire to empower Black women and girls, those whose brilliance, resilience, and voice have too often been overlooked, it is not limited to them. The principles of strategic resistance are both timeless and universal, designed to meet the needs of anyone facing challenges or stepping into leadership in their personal or professional life. Much like the enduring wisdom found in the world's greatest strategy texts, this tactical guide is crafted to transcend time and context. It equips individuals and organizations with the tools to cultivate clarity, adaptability, and innovation. Whether in a corporate boardroom or a community gathering, making personal decisions or advancing societal movements, the strategies within these pages provide actionable paths forward for those ready to lead with intention and resilience. What strategic resistance means. Strategic resistance is not reactionary. It is intentional and proactive. It goes beyond mere opposition, focusing instead on purposeful and thoughtful action. At its core, strategic resistance represents insight, a profound understanding of the game, its rules, the players, and your unique role within it. Adaptability, the ability to adapt your tactics while remaining true to your core values. Empowered action, the courage to move forward with clarity allows us to safeguard what matters most while opening doors for progress. When approached strategically, resistance becomes a powerful catalyst for transformation. It empowers us to preserve our energy, assert our presence, and shape outcomes with intention and precision. For leaders, visionaries, and everyday warriors, this tactical guide is for anyone ready to rise in the face of challenge. Corporate leaders navigate power dynamics, spark innovation, and cultivate lasting influence. Women and historically excluded groups, protect your energy, claim your space, and amplify your voice. Visionaries, transform doubt into bold action and begin building the future you envision. Every strategy in this guide is crafted to empower you with the tools to act with clarity and conviction. Whether you're tackling challenges in your workplace, advocating in your community, or navigating personal obstacles, you'll find guidance to help you stand firm while moving forward with purpose. A timeless legacy of leadership. More than just a tactical guide, the art of strategic resistance is a call to action, a resource for growth, and a blueprint for leadership. It serves as a bridge connecting the resilience of those who came before us to the legacy we are creating for those who will come after us. Grounded in the moment, built for the future. While the principles in this tactical guide are timeless and its application universal, it is firmly rooted in the realities of our present world. We find ourselves in high stakes times where challenges to freedom, justice, and personal autonomy demand clarity, courage, and decisive action. As I write, a political climate of uncertainty and fear casts a long shadow. Leadership that prioritizes control over service threatens to unravel democratic norms and restrict hard-won rights. For many, this moment feels heavy with urgency and uncertainty. This tactical guide was created for moments like these. It was born from conversations with those asking the same pressing question. How do we move forward? The answer lies not in impulsive reactions, but in deliberate strategy. The art of strategic resistance provides tools not only to address today's challenges, but also to navigate the complexities of leadership, advocacy, and personal growth, and now and in the future. This is a guide for the present and for what lies ahead. This is your moment to rise, to lead, to resist with intention. This is the art of strategic resistance. Martin Luther King Jr. said, those who love peace must learn to organize as effectively as those who love war. That's the introduction to the art of strategic resistance. I am going to continue to read this book to you. Next, we are going to the next one I'll do, and I'll do this tomorrow. I'm actually going to do this every day until I finish the book. And I don't know what time I'm going to come on and do it, but I'm going to go live. And the next piece that we're going to talk about is Ode to Our Ancestors. So I'll just give you a quick snippet of how that starts. And I would encourage you to get the book off of Amazon and probably come quick, and then you could read along with me. There's also a battle planner that goes with this book, so we'll talk about that too, so that you can map out your strategic resistance. But Ode to Our Ancestors starts with, I often hear people say, we are our ancestors' wildest dreams. I've also seen this statement. We are about to see if we are built like our ancestors. My response, and my response is our ode to our ancestors. So I will read that part tomorrow, Ode to Our Ancestors. And thank you for joining me. Please share this with others as I go through this series. This is as much as it is for you as it is for me. Sometimes I'm very much like this. I will write, I will create, and then I will put things aside. And I often don't revisit. And even just reading that introduction really, has me going and really has me thinking. And just being grounded in why I wrote this in the first place and who I wrote it for. And so you can grab it on Amazon and then meet me here tomorrow live as I continue to read and as we go into our ode to our ancestors. Feel free to share this wherever you can share it. And I will drop the link in the comments about where you can purchase the book. And thanks for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.